So I'm in, what is it, Staples, picking up an order real quick. And the most beautiful thing just happened. So, like, A, you never really know who is watching you or who's paying attention. B, sometimes those people have beautiful messages for you. C, you need to pay more attention, right? So I'm in line, and I walk up, and the girl at the register is speaking really low, and I can barely hear her. Like, first of all, I grew up in studios, and my music is so fucking loud. It's amazing. I'm able to hear at this point, seriously. And I didn't realize how loud my music was until I hopped out of the car and started speaking to her, and she was like, hey, do we do it? And I was like, what? And she was like, hey, do that? And I was like, I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you. She's like, oh, I'll speak louder then. And I'm like, okay, it's cool. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm blowing my fucking eardrums out for the last hour from Corona. So anyway, as I'm standing there, we go through this whole little conversation. I tell her my name. She looks for my order. She tells me the order's not ready. And I go, oh, it said it would be ready yesterday at 8:30 p.m. So I gave it an extra day. She goes, oh, well, sometimes what happens is our orders get backed up. And I was like, cool. But if I pay for same-day service and it's not the same day, because she tells me it'll be ready tomorrow, I was like, that's not going to work. I have some packages to send off today, and these items need to be in the packages today. Please and thank you. Can I pay extra to rush it? So she has to ask like 3 different people, and then finally this woman, this lovely woman who's a customer, she looks at me and goes, I said something, I was like, I think people think I'm rude. She was like, you're not rude. You were just very direct. She was like, what that is you're sure of yourself. You know who you are, and you're confident, and that shit radiates, but it intimidates people who aren't so sure of themselves. You know what I mean? People who don't really know who they are, they get a little bothered because they're like, oh. And you come in and you're like, yep, I want this. I want it now. I'll pay extra. It's fine. Can we get it done? I need it done, like in an hour. And then she goes, how long does it take? Well, how many cards did she order? And I was like, 250. She goes, that should be less than an hour. The manager comes over from clear across the store and goes, oh, I got her, don't trip, to this woman, right? The woman basically made sure that I got my shit done, so they're in there printing it now. The woman turns to me, and she keeps speaking to me. She goes, listen, baby, I'm old, so take what you will and use it, you know, at your leisure, but old people talk a lot. And she's like, and I love being old. I'm not like regular old folks. Like, I love this shit, and with my age comes wisdom, you know, blah, blah, blah. So she starts giving me bars. She goes, you are full of love and light. And you can I can tell because you're radiating right now as I'm speaking to you. And I was like, oh, this woman's with all the shits. And then it was like she read my mind. She was like, yeah, I know what's up. I was like, oh my God. So she starts talking to me, and she's, I can't even, it was a message for me. So to even reiterate it to you is kind of like, it wasn't for y'all. But just the fact that, I took the time, because I could have been a complete bitch and be like, why am my order ready? I just kind of was like, I was sitting there like, I was trying to be solution oriented, like, okay, well, can I pay for extra? What can I do to get it done today? You know what I mean? And then I was contemplating all the other things I had to do and moving stuff around. Then she came out of nowhere and saved the day, and then continued to just bless me with bars. Like, I'm pretty sure she was sent, because she knew exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. And I told her, I was like, yo, the people I work with, specifically the women, all have a problem with me. And I can do literally nothing, and they have an absolute problem with me, which I'm kind of petty, so I start fucking with you when I realize I bother you by just existing. Because I'm an asshole, and it's kind of funny. But she was like, don't do that. She was like, put a dimmer on your light. Sometimes turn it down. And I was like, and I guess you could see that I was uncomfortable with that. So she's just like, look, like I said, you don't have to take what I say, but you can just put a dimmer down and accept that you're a quick study. You're really, really fast. You're really smart. And not everybody moves on that wavelength. So you just have to love people where they are. Some of them are just doing the best that they can do. And I was like, oh, I mean, I know that, but like to hear you say it makes me realize, even though I know that, I don't always practice that, because I'm quick to snap on a bitch like, shut up. Because shit gets irritating after a while. I'm saying all that to say, I got some work to do today. But I'm going to have tea with Auntie JC. That's her name, because she's my auntie now. And she invited me to this one-man show that sounds amazing. I'm super excited. You never know who's watching you. You never know who's paying attention. Always be true to you. That's all I'm saying. Well, that's why I chose to share it, because I'm sure if I needed to hear it, someone else needed to hear it. We got to practice patience with these people. Yes, they're fucking irritating. Yes, sometimes they're slow as shit. Maybe you're faster than them. Maybe you're slower than them. Who cares? You just got to love people where they are and put yourself first. She also told me that. She was like, don't worry about it. When people say you're selfish, be like, okay, cool. But if you want me to be the best me for you and myself, I need to put myself first, right? I'm not selfish. I just love myself. You should try it. Oh, you're seeing me sideways because you're holding your phone like this. And I was holding my phone sideways. I was holding my shit sideways because I wanted to be able to watch it on my computer later in case I liked it. And my computer is not portrait. It's more landscape. Anywho, I was just sharing that tidbit, that little baby blessing real quick. My poor little car, bro. I gotta get this shit fixed. Stop being lazy. Anyway, also, it's an amazing day. I've had the sunroof open all day because the bitch was pale this morning and I need a whole tan. But I got one. Quick, fast, in like an hour. Okay, it's not a good one. I just saw it in the shade. It's cool. I glow in the light. Have a nice day.